Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of our Devlog series. In this episode we're going to try and look at adding to the cutscene that we already have. So we're trying to introduce two more characters who are very important to the story of the game. But before all that, we're going to try and show you everything that we've come up with. So part of the cutscene that you haven't seen, and the other part of the cutscene that you've seen already. So we've got the whole cutscene here. I'm just gonna play it back, and then we'll go from there. So the first part of the cutscene is a soldier running in because a siege is happening in the kingdom where the main game is going to take place. So he's coming to tell the king. This is the guy running in, crying because of so many people who are being lost. And then he tells the king that we're losing so many people out there. So I'm still looking for some voice guys to voice this out. So if you're interested, you can let me know and we'll probably add you to the game. So after the king says what to do, he runs out, but then we pan back here where the cutscene that you've seen so far is happening, where we have that fight sequence, and that's where we are up to this point. So at this point we're going to introduce the uncle to the main character. The previous cutscene that you saw, that was the father to the main character. So the main character here happens to be a princess. So after she's done sparring, her uncle is livid because she's not supposed to get involved in such things. She's got a special ability that he's trying to protect her from. Many people want that very particular ability, so it's his job at this point to protect her. And then, so I'm going to introduce him here, do it quickly so that we get back to explaining the rest of the plot of the game. Alright, so I'm just finishing up with the cutscene here. And then at this point now we're done. Let's just talk about what's happening. So at this point she's done with the sparring. And then the uncle shows up, who is the general of all the army guys here. So this is the colonies. They're no longer in the main kingdom. These two are in the colonies, while the siege has happened in the main kingdom. So the uncle comes here to give her a stern talking to. At which point, a third character that we're going to introduce, the right hand of the king, who happens to be her childhood friend. So she's gonna also arrive and then bear that bad news. Then we're going to transition into the game from there. So she comes over, tells them, the two of them, that back in the homeland, the king, the king has been taken out, and the homeland has been taken captive by another character who actually is a part of the previous allies, I should say. So he's looking for an artifact. If you played Assassin's Creed, I'm modeling it after that. So in Assassin's Creed, they've got these pieces of Eden. In this case, there is the ancient sword of the Phoenix. So that's what they are that's what the main antagonist is trying to get, but it's owned by the kingdom. So with that sword, you're able to dominate any warfield that you have, any battlefield that you have. You're able to take over the world for as long as you've got the 3 ancient weapons. So the 3 ancient weapons include the sword itself and 2 abilities that are, these abilities are given to 2 children. So in this case, our main character has one of the abilities, and then the antagonist has the other ability. And these 2 abilities are direct opposites. So the antagonist wants the sword because he knows that he has the ability, and he's mastered his ability. Whereas our main character hasn't mastered her ability. She knows she has it, but she hasn't mastered it yet. And so in the actual final showdown, she's going to be up against the odds because she's going to be fighting somebody who has the sword. Because initially I want to find it and have it, and she's going to be fighting someone who has mastered the other ancient ability or other ancient weapon. So at this point, I'm just going to create the new sequence that's going to introduce the 3rd character, who's coming from the kingdom, who's going to come and tell the 2 of them the bad news. So after we fade to black in this sequence, we're going to pan to one of the tents. I'm thinking the main tent, the general's tent, where the main character will be she'll be given a stand talking to there before the other character arrives. So what we have about our main character is that she's hot-headed a little bit, just a tiny little bit, because she knows she's quite powerful, but she hasn't mastered any of her abilities yet. She's just able to use them in their basic state at the time when the game starts. So I'm just going to create a quick sequence here, and then I'm going to get back to you guys when I'm done. If you're enjoying the episode or the series, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Alright, let's get back to it.